Let's check this one. I don't know how to say his name properly, so yeah, but here, Shadows of Doubt, Gangstalking Edition.
Woke up in a feverish sweat. It was another one of those nights. I had the same nightmare. Walt Disney let their intellectual property go into public domain. I felt sick. The thinking of vomit made me think of Pepsi, so I held it in. My diabetes was acting up. Pacemaker says I'm dangerously close to dropping below type 2. I needed something to calm my nerves. A Krispy Kreme, Coke Vanilla, and a needle full of heroin. Just what the doctor ordered. I think we communicated through several language barriers, somewhere between the Aramaic and clerical Hebrew. I can't help but think we lost something in the translation. Lighting a cigarette against the pregnant darkness, I go for a walk. I'm coming down,
darkness be
which is
pregnant.
why I cut off the filter, like a dog showing you its stomach.
That's not a great idea to do.
A clear message. I trust you. People pass by.
I wouldn't do that.
Log into my Twitter alt and send out a credible threat to a Minecraft YouTuber. For some of us, it's not about the recognition. It's about doing our part. This is a city that never sleeps.
Wait,
saw a man standing off the side of a pier, tears rolling down his eyes as he told me, I can't trust anyone. That's why I ride myself. He auto-filleted himself on the spot and rolled away like a meat-powered wheel.
Okay.
Scammers, tricks, open source developers. I've seen some sick things in my time. My Kaizen V-Love Plus implant can instantly sniff out if someone's an incel or in a committed polycule. But more importantly, if they have any spare change, I don't beg for money. A committed polycule. But more importantly, if they have any spare...
Card mining, Soroskin, Resigiat. Also, God damn it.
I don't beg for money. I just ask 19 times and that's it. My name is Sam private investigator, professional gang stalker. And this is my office for the next 50 minutes. After that, I gotta buy something. Why am I telling you all this? Because together, we're gonna clean up these streets. Hey gang, sorry, I've been distracted. I kept staying up late playing Once Human, an all-new free-to-play post-apocalyptic open-world survival game releasing July 9th. The game takes place after a cosmic invasion has permanently transformed our world into the world of skibbity toilets.
What the fuck?
This is not a joke. You'll be fighting every Z-list creepypasta, from Siren Head to a refrigerator to an overly aggressive school bus. Everyday objects are no longer your friend, and you will die at the hands of a Funko Pop. However, some of these deviations can be tamed to help you fight, craft, and survive. This is Pokemon through the lens of a man addicted to fentanyl. There's base building with full creative freedom, and PvP with up to 4,000 gamers in a single server. As absurd as this sounds, it's a lot of fun. I captured a bee, and now it pollinates my crops. The Semitic capitalist fears the self-sufficient rice farmer. And if you're interested, you can download the game on Steam using my link in the description below.
Make any dish on stove.
Hey people, Seth here.
Oh no, it's the AI thing. What the hell is that hand?
An alternate timeline.
Look, what the hell is this hand? The AI. Why is his hand broken like that? What is it?
Shadows of Doubt takes place in an alternate timeline where Ronald Reagan was crushed to death by his karmic debt.
And I will not question the Amish people.
The Coca-Cola Company has continued his righteous task of filling ghettos with crack cocaine.
No, they're about Jews.
The definition has expanded.
Jewish people.
You are the ghetto. Tensions are high. Crime is rampant. The only true justice is in the shadows. The shadows of doubt. But
good game.
I doubt that. I checked the shadows. You know what I found? Me stealing your diamonds, battering your wife, and reporting you for domestic abuse. It's nothing personal. I just need a great game so I can get out of this hellhole. The actual game is, on its face, a detective simulator. What's it simulating? Everything. Starting a new game generates an entire city, populates it with citizens that each have their own jobs, relationships, hobbies, and of course, homicidal fantasies. Murder.
Yeah, indeed. And you can even, if I remember, it has Twitch connection, so you can connect your chat with it, and the people in your chat will be as NPCs there with their own lives. So yeah, you can, for example, start a case, and it turns out one of the murderers was one of your chatters. Fun thing. Oh yeah, it's thing. Twitch integration, not Twitch connection. But hey, It is fun.
Is like romance in a male prison. It requires a perpetrator and a victim, and everything in between is a trail of clues left in their wake. Your job is to follow those clues, find the perp, and bring them to justice. Trademark. Brought to you by American Spirit, premium quality organic tobacco. So grab your trench coat, scoop out your cone cells with a spoon, and let's get to work.
That's not.
Step 1. We need to break into the crime scene and steal everything. It's what the victim would have wanted.
Yep.
After
I
that,
get
we
it.
can start looking for clues. Who died? How did they die? And when did they become dead? Make sure to get their prints while you're going through their wallet for loose change. Did they live alone? If not, find their partner's fingerprints. NPCs aren't programmed to have friends. The only time they physically meet another person is to be murdered. So any fingerprint is definitely the killer. Look around for anything they might have touched during entry or escape. Doorknobs, light switches, the inside of a woman's toilet.
Wait, what?
Anything is possible. Did the killer leave a murder weapon or drop a calling card? We did the easy part. It only gets harder from here. But first, the case board. As you work through a case, you can pin any relevant information to the board. As you collect more evidence, the game will automatically draw links between existing information. You can make diligent notes, use color-coded threads, and organize every possible lead. Or you can do none of that and pin random shit together.
That's how I do it.
Your schizophrenia. I can't solve this mystery on the physical plane. I need crystal meth to go to Hyperborea and ask Yakub directly. And when you're done playing arts and crafts in an active crime scene, we can start looking for leads. Check for handwritten notes. Break into their computer and check for emails. Open their address book. See if they made any recent calls. Now, it's about lunchtime, but we got to get our hands dirty first. Find the landlord's office. Break in. Check their files on every tenant. Then
that's a good idea.
CCTV. Every security camera in a game takes photos every few minutes. Every image showing a person gets saved to a 24-hour buffer. So you want to get to it as soon as you can.
I see.
As you go through the footage,
That's
you
good to
should
know.
recognize every tenant. So print out anyone unknown, anyone who went near the victim's house, and anyone remotely suspicious. All right, now we can go to lunch. Now, we have plenty of leads to follow
What if
up.
I'm
We need
suspicious?
to find each potential suspect and cross-reference their information. Look, I'd love to keep holding your hand, but I can't. Each case is unique, so the best way to explain the game is to tell you what I've been through. The first time I ever played this game, I ignored all the instructions, opened a fridge, and ate raw pork. I got so nauseous I couldn't answer the telephone, and spent the next 10 minutes battling with the controls to try get in bed to sleep off of food poisoning. This was the tutorial, so the phone...
Oh, no.
Then I talked to a random civilian, my hand slipped, and I accidentally tried to arrest him. Like hell you are, he said, before shooting me in the face.
Sounds like
At this
America.
point, I was captivated. Because this game simulates a few hundred people at any given time, they're all quite stupid. Hey, buddy, I'll pay you $100 to fuck off and let me trash your apartment.
Okie dokie. I'll just go back to sleep.
Damn.
Wait, did you just shoot someone? You just shot someone. I apologize.
Okay.
It usually never happens. This town has the collective IQ of a developmentally challenged toddler, so the optimal playstyle is to be an antisocial menace. Sure, the game has stealth mechanics like alarm systems, air ducts, and lockpicking, but
I get lost in that ducts.
Hello, ma'am. Have you seen anyone suspicious?
The Coca-Cola.
Here, take this.
Oh, you got
Upgrades come in
money.
the form of sync discs, which alter your genetics to become a better fighter,
Nice.
better lover, and most importantly, a better consumer of starch cola. You're supposed to
When
earn
you saw
some
Ghost
side jobs
6000?
until you learn of a more effective method called beating the shit out of your neighbors and breaking into their safe. To top it all off, there's no long-term penalty for crime. Every exterior door is linked to a complex series of tubes that detects when I leave a building, sending out a pre-recorded YouTube apology that makes the population forget my actions. I could be caught on murdering several people with a sword, but the instant I go outside, I'm a changed man. If you want something, take it, run away, and come back like nothing ever happened. Between this and the dirt cheap price of food and utilities, you can easily cover all your expenses by committing more crime than you actually solve. The only real use for money is buying property and playing with the bizarrely detailed furnishing system. And once you've played enough to create the ultimate male living space, You're ready to
Oh
metagame.
boy.
You see, murders have a cooldown between solving a case and a new murder happening. Sleeping will pass the time and gives a speed buff when you wake up.
Oh.
So you hop in bed, goon for 36 hours
What the-
straight, and when you get a new murder notification, hop out of bed, break your own window, and plummet 20 stories to the streets
Would
below,
die.
which we survive because we're genetically modified to be immune to fall damage.
What
Now
the-
you can use well rested
Nice.
to sprint to the crime scene while chugging your morning coffee. This is not only faster than the cops, it's often faster than the killer. Of course, the way you're meant to pass time between cases
I
is side
see.
jobs. Think of each one as a sort of mini case with limited information. Because some information is more helpful than others, the difficulty is completely random. Oh, you want me to steal from someone but you only know his phone number? That's easy. I can just call the number and check the call box to see where it was routed to. Oh, he's on the floor below. We take those. But what about this one? I've only got his first initial, fingerprint, build, and blood type. Oh yeah, very helpful. At this point, you may as well tell me I'm looking for a circumcised male in a small town of New York. I could just go through the phone book for every name with the same initial, but I've got an even better idea. Go to City Hall and open up the government database. This has records of every single citizen in the game. You're meant to type at least 2 characters to get any results, but this includes space. Naturally, everyone has a last name, so everyone has space and a letter in their name. Now you can go through the entire database in alphabetical order and print out every single person's information. Eventually, whatever case you had will just solve itself.
That's
But we're not done. If you have the mental fortitude to sit there for a real-life half hour, congratulations, you just ruined the game. Now, your character will solve cases the nanosecond you get them. Okay.
Okay.
Mm.
That's
Mhm.
quite destruction
So
of the
the
game.
victim was poisoned by a stalker neighbor for not loving her enough, but the victim did manage to get a shot off before expiring. She can't go to the hospital, so she's probably limping home as we speak. That took less than 2 minutes. Personally, I don't use the government database. I get my evidence the old-fashioned way, following a woman home to her place of residence and hiding inside her septic tank until
Oh.
body. The police will do the rest. One time, I
Oh,
checked the
no.
victim's work computer and realized she cheated on her husband at the hotel he works at while he was visiting his sick mother. Oh, that sounds like a motive. I paid him a visit and bingo, he's not cooperating. Silence is violence and only the guilty refuse the law. So I did what any ethical private eye would do. Follow him into the bathroom and beat the shit out of him. Oh, he didn't do it. In hindsight, he was probably just rude to me because I had the same social credit as the homeless man I shanked on the way to work. Embarrassed, I resorted to using the method real cops use to catch killers. I sit on my ass eating donuts and wait for them to kill again, hoping the next murder is easier to solve. 11 donuts in, I get a notification, rush to the scene of a crime, and on my way there... Yeah, turns out it was just their IT guy who murdered her for being dead weight at her own company. In summary, there's a lot of jank in this game. Things will glitch and break. Black markets will randomly deny service even if you give a right password. And sometimes, all the foot traffic causes a congestion where everyone gets stuck on the same staircase and the only way to free them is by throwing hammers in their face. But for a game made by a small team of Albanian immigrants on the budget of a kidney stone, it's really impressive. There's no other game that captures the ambience of living in modern-day Shanghai, slurping my MSG noodles as I listen to the soft drizzle of acid rain. Many games struggle with procedural generation. Generally, I don't even like it. It's just another buzzword for infinite slop. But Shadow of the Doubt succeeds because it creates nonsense. And because true crime will always be more bizarre than any simulation, the situations it creates are not only compelling, they're believable. And remember, Once Human launches on July 9th. Download the game for free right now. As always, more content to come, so stay tuned. A warm thanks to the many members of the Artists Guild, generously funding and bankrolling these videos. You're all truly wonderful. Have a good one.
Okay. That's something. Oh. But yeah. Great review of that game.